For all of those who want a big diagonal, Samsung offered Galaxy A6 Plus with 16-inch display, 16 plus 5 megapixel camera on the rear and 24 megapixel camera on the front. With dimensions, this device is a bit bigger. It looks a bit bulky for today's standards, but it's got all the advanced options that you get with a Samsung S series. A6 has a characteristic Samsung design with a big, thicker casing. It's got almost 8mm in profile, but edges around the display or bezels are pretty thin and screen covers most of the front part. For me particularly, A6 is a bit bigger device, as all the devices with a 6-inch display, except the ones that are really in the most expensive range. I got this device in black, matte black, and for me it looks the best with this matte finish, so you should definitely pick up the black model. Display is big and it's got thin bezels, as I said before. It's a 6-inch AMOLED display and it is one of the best displays in the world. The sharpness, the colors and visibility on direct sunlight are really on a top level, and competition doesn't offer this good display in this price range. And I would say that display is the biggest advantage of this device. With the 411 ppi pixel density, you get a high resolution. Also, it's an always-on display, which means that it always shows time, date, and battery status. Snapdragon 450 chipset is mid-range, and it won't slow down if you don't install really a bunch of applications and games, and you don't fill the memory with all the videos and photos. But I guess you will do that, so you should buy micro SD memory card with all the devices that have mid-range or lower chipset. So it wouldn't slow down. Camera offers standard interface for Samsung, and it's a great thing because everything is easy to use. You got these emojis, you got a bunch of options. If you want to play with them, you'll have fun. With the rear 16 plus 5 megapixel camera, you'll get pretty decent good photos, but you have to hold your hand steadily because exposition is a bit slower, and if you don't do that, you'll get a bit blurry photos even in the best light. In low light conditions, camera will give you pretty usable photos, but without some high detail quality. So if you have to take pictures in low light, you can do that and you'll have usable photos, but I wouldn't recommend it. Video from the rear camera is a bit shaky. Details on the video are pixelized and dynamic range is not good. So I would say video is just, if you really have to record video, but I wouldn't do some nice videos with this camera. Front 24 megapixel camera seems better from the rear camera. You'll get pretty nice selfies. Sharpness on details is pretty good. Dynamic range is good. The only thing is that you have to hold your hand steadily when you take images because of the chipset that is mid-range, so the exposition is a bit slower. It's not that fast. So you'll get pretty nice selfies from this camera. In low light conditions, you'll get usable selfies, sometimes pretty good selfies if you use the light from the screen. And video from the front camera is much better than the video from the rear camera. It's pretty nice, stabilized, it's clean, it's sharp, pretty nice video from the front camera. So I guess this is a selfie smartphone. Surprisingly, A6 has an FM radio. The battery inside has a 3500 milliampere, so it'll last for a day, day and a half for advanced usage. Pretty good. In the end, I'd say that if you really want a big screen and you like Samsung, this is it. But I'd rather take the Galaxy A8, which is a bit better. It's got a 5.8-inch display, but it seems a bit better. Thank you guys for watching. If you have Galaxy A6, I'd love to see your comments below. Bye.